Hey again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So today I am working with my winter grown tulips. As you can see in front of me, I have a whole bunch of beautiful blooms. I still have more in the fridge. These are all the tulips that I am selling this weekend for Easter. I am so excited. Today is Thursday. I'm going to be having Easter pickups tomorrow and Friday and maybe Saturday morning, depending on when all of the pre-orders are stopping in. But today I'm getting everything hydrated and doing my final count so that I know exactly how many bouquets that I can sell. I didn't have quite as many as I was hoping. I had some soil force tulips that just didn't get tall enough, so those will be for me at home. But I have a bunch of beautiful hydroponic tulips that I cannot wait to work with. So the first part of this video, I'm going to show you how I am prepping these and hydrating these. And then the second part of the video, we'll actually get the bouquets put together and I will show you the finished product. I do want to say that I learned how to grow tulips hydroponically through the Tulip Workshop. It is an online class. Google it. It's literally called the Tulip Workshop. And it teaches you all about winter growing tulips, both in soil and hydroponically. It was absolutely amazing. So if you're interested in this, I highly recommend it. So to hydrate my tulips, I have one of my black Johnny's buckets. These are the 10-liter. I just have some clean, cool water. And since these were grown hydroponically, they are very clean. There is no dirt or anything. And so what I'm going to do is just cut off the bulbs right at the top of the bulb so I have as long a stem as possible. And these tulips are going to just go right into this bucket of water. I'm going to try to fit as many tulips in the bucket of water as I can. I may want to try to support it with some paper, but I want these to rehydrate. Actually, these are pretty good. You know, a lot of times when you have tulips in the fridge for a while, they get really weak, their stems, but I honestly can't believe that these are straight up and down. I think different varieties will do better than others. For example, so here's one that you can see. Actually, that one really isn't that bad either, but definitely not as straight up and down as the yellow ones. These are Verona. I think these are Dreamer, I think. But regardless, once they're hydrated for, you know, maybe 4 hours or so, or definitely overnight, they're all going to be straight up and down. So I'm just going to get to cutting. I may also go ahead and remove the very bottom leaf off of these because chances are when I put those into the bouquets, I'm probably going to be removing them anyway. All right, so I have my first bucket full of all the yellow Verona, and I am going to use some of this paper as a support. These stems will really firm up while they're in the fridge hydrating, but I want to make sure that they are all as straight as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this paper right down in the edge of the bucket. Sometimes this can be a little tricky because you got to grab all the tulips. And a lot of times when I'm making bouquets with tulips in the spring, I will go ahead and kind of wrap bunches as I go, which is maybe something I should have done. Maybe I'll do that for the next one. But this bucket is so full, I'm not going to need paper all around them. All right, so I think that's going to be good enough. So you can see when I turn this around, here's one really floppy one. I'm just going to tuck him up in there so he's standing straight up. Same with this one. And see, all those are looking nice and straight now. So now this is going to go in the fridge. I'm probably going to check them in about 4 hours to see how they're doing. I can always put the bouquets together tomorrow, but I'm hoping to get them all put together today. So this is going in the fridge, and I'm going to keep working on the pinks and the purples, and I have some bicolor reds on the inside. So I should also mention quick, I'm counting as I go so I know exactly how many tulips that I think are long enough and usable. I have pre-sold a certain amount of bouquets, but I was pretty conservative on how many I sold. And then I do have a waiting list for people that want bouquets, but I didn't know if I was going to have enough. So once I get all of these processed, I'll have a firm amount and I can contact those customers for pickup and then let the waiting list know if I have additional bouquets for sale. I'm selling my bouquets for $25 each, and they will have about 14 to 15 tulips in, depending on the tulip size and variety. All right, so as you can see, I have a whole pile of tulips here. I grabbed some packaging tape and I have the bucket of water for the pink. There are 70 tulips here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper. Well, let me grab a piece of tape first. And I'm just going to wrap these up and tack it with the tape so it's one big nice bundle to put in the water. There we go. That's probably what I should have done with the yellow. But now all the pink tulips are contained in here. I'll put a picture up on the screen of what it looks like looking down on the top. But you'll be able to see that they're all nice and tightly compact. They were all going to be straight when they hydrate. And these are going to be ready for bouquets. Here's the red one that I have. It's like a red and white bicolor. This, I believe, is Carnival de Nice. And then I have a few purple. These are a fringe tulip called Cummins. I didn't get as many of these as I usually do. I was kind of bummed, but any that I have will be a really good accent. And then I do have a whole bunch more in the fridge that I need to get out yet. More Carnival de Nice, and then some Mango Charm. So I'm going to keep on going, and then once these are hydrated, we'll get the bouquets put together. All right, you guys, so I'm at the bouquet making phase. These were in the fridge for, maybe 5 or 6 hours, so they're fully hydrated. So I'm getting everything put together and quickly getting them back in the fridge because I'm finding that this Verona variety, while it's beautiful, it's really popping open quick. So, when I try to make these bouquets, I like to put a variety as much as I can of closed, which would be like this Cummins, and then some open. Of course, they last the longest when they're closed, but doubles, I feel like when I've had them in the fridge for any length of time, and maybe I don't harvest them soon enough, they open. These pink ones, I think these are Dreamer, are about perfect. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. And then the Carnival de Nice are looking good. And Mango Charm might be my favorite. I haven't used any of these yet. I'm trying to, I've made about 5 bouquets so far, and I'm trying to use up the red and white Carnival de Nice first because I don't want to mix those with the pink. But I'm going to start making the pink ones now. So I turn the camera on. I'm doing 15 tulips per bouquet. So it ends up going super fast. I do pull some of the leaves off. 3. Sometimes they stick together a little bit. 4. So I'm going to do 5 pinks. 5 yellow. And then I'm going to fill in with 5 of the Mango Charm. Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. So the Mango Charm is kind of a yellow-pink mixture. Like, totally screams Easter to me. Oh, that one's got some dirt on it. I don't want to give the people dirt. The Mango Charm were soil forced, and the other ones were all hydroponic. So some of the Mango Charm do have a little bit of dirt. So pink and yellow Easter. So basically, and I'll put some pictures on the screen, when they come to pick up their pre-order, they're going to have an option to pick pinks and yellows, oranges, or purples, reds, and yellows. So there'll be a couple different options. I'm going to go quick rinse this off under the faucet because I got some dirt on it. So basically, I cut everything to the same length, and then I put a rubber band around the bottom a few times. Then I have paper pre-cut at 16 by 16 inches, and I fold it in a triangle. Oh, and one of them didn't get in my rubber band. And then I just wrap them from here. Now the mango charm are not as tall as my other ones. And I think they normally are a taller tulip, but I think it's because they were soil forced and for whatever reason, they didn't get quite as tall. So these bouquets are a little bit shorter, but just as beautiful. I love them. And also I send everyone home with a tulip info card just to let them know that these tulips are going to continue to grow in the vase for them. So they're going to get at least a couple inches taller as they continue to grow in the vase. So like just an FYI for whoever's ordering these. So anyway, because I don't want these to blow open because it's warm in here, I'm going to get all of my bouquets made and then I'm going to show you guys what they look like when I'm done. Okay, you guys, I'm done with all my bouquets. They're in the fridge, and as you can see, I used every last tulip. Well, almost. I had a few that I just didn't think rehydrated as well, mostly the white and the red, but I used all but like 4, which is awesome. I ended up filling all of my pre-sale orders, all of my waiting list orders, a nice order for my mother-in-law. I have 2 bouquets to take home for Easter, which will be me and my mom. And I have 1 extra bouquet just in case someone would want 2 tomorrow. If not, I'll take it home with myself. So anyway, here are some pictures of the different combinations that I did. So this first one is the red and white striped one, which I believe is Carnival de Nice, the purple Cummins, and some of that yellow Verona. Then here is the next one, which is all Verona and all Dreamer. Perfect for Easter. Actually, they're all perfect for Easter. And then the third combination brings in the Mango Charm, which is a big single tulip. So that has the pink yellow and the pink and yellow mix Mango Charm. So I just love how these turned out. It makes me already excited to plan for next year. In fact, I've already placed all my tulip orders for the bulbs for next year, which seems crazy because the main ones out in the garden obviously haven't even been harvested yet. But next year I will have the whole grow space next door in the new storefront, grow space in the basement. So I plan to start all of my hydroponic Valentine's Day tulips, hydroponic Easter tulips, way more than this year because I'll have the grow space. And then of course, all the thousands of in-ground ones that I do. So already planning for next year, but really excited to have this extra Easter income. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some fresh spring blooms, and stay tuned for a lot more because it's just starting to get busy for the growing season. So next up will be Mother's Day, but I hope you guys have a good holiday weekend. Stay tuned for a lot more and we'll see you soon.